And we are back.
You lucky sons of bitches.
Fart noise.
Thank you. All right.
Free speech, bitches.
That's my free speech.
Preach.
Okay.
So tell me about, because as some people know, I'm one of my, I really love it when chicks dress up as like superheroes.
And, you know, and honestly, who does not?
Like Supergirl and Slave Leia. And
Wolverine.
Cosplay. We all love cosplay.
Especially if they slut it up a bit.
Yeah. Ms. Marvel.
Power Girl.
Except if you're a fatty. If you're a fatty, don't do it.
Yeah.
Triple X Leia.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a new guy here. Before we get, now that we've tantalized people, you want to introduce your?
This is Max Holiday. He's
Hi.
a game designer, and he's got a game coming out here late June, early July.
Late July, early August.
And it's a card game, a zombie card game.
Yeah, it's actually a deck building game.
And it's called?
It's called Eaten by Zombies.
Eaten by Zombies. Okay, we're gonna talk about your game, but first we got to talk about chicks and costumes.
You know,
Thanks for joining us,
I'll
Max.
wait a minute.
You okay?
that.
All right. So what is this?
Okay,
again?
so there's this Facebook page.
Okay.
Oh, I love it
and
already.
what it now?
I think it's called the Sexy Women of Cosplay.
The Sexy Women of Cosplay.
I'm going to look it up right
First
now.
of all, I
Look it
need
up.
all of you that are listening to
All
write that down because I'm going to ask you to do something for me. later.
Sexy women of
I'll
cosplay.
double check
Sexy
just to
Women
make
of
sure.
Cosplay.
Make sure.
Okay. So it was something I enjoyed because...
Wait,
was-
do they put on costumes, and are they sexy?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a bunch of hot chicks. Okay, well, mostly hot.
I was
There
at
was-
10%. I bet's hot.
Yeah, there was a couple of
there's
doggy
like-
baggers.
Okay, so there's like hot chicks dressed in like Star Trek uniforms.
Star Trek, gaming,
Lots of anime.
And then there's the
anime,
runners
but-
up from
and
the
like-
Buntazeeb Festival.
and like superhero outfits and stuff like that.
Lots of
This is-
superhero.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
lots of super. And
Wonderful.
Great. And so I would get on there and I would
And there it
look
is.
at it because I like
to masturbate.
to masturbate.
Yes.
Sure.
Just it's okay. Freedom of speech.
Well, you know, I didn't ever. I'll be honest. I never.
Is that the new freedom
Was
of
that you?
speech?
Was that you?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying
No,
this for somebody.
honestly,
I thought
I-
I heard someone fart.
I never masturbated to it. I'd admit if I did.
Oh, okay.
But I
And
did
you
like
would,
to go.
you would.
Yeah, and I did like to go and look at it.
I'm going to go do it right now.
Because I like looked at it. I was
Masturbate
like,
to the thought of
so anyway.
All right.
So you
yeah,
get on
find
there,
it.
and so our thing here at Geek Show is don't take this
keep
shit so
scrolling
seriously.
down, yeah.
You know,
Okay,
don't
so-
take this shit so seriously.
Exactly.
you
Our
know?
motto is just repeat to yourself. It's just a
So
show.
yeah, you're looking
should
at it on the phone
probably
right
just
now.
relax.
That chick is hot as shit, dressed
Yeah,
as
look at her. She's
Psylocke.
dressed as Psylocke.
yeah.
There's G.I. Joe.
I seriously
yeah,
want to
Scarlet?
abuse. I want to abuse the shit out of my penis right now.
Great pictures of hot ladies dressed as superheroes.
Yeah, these are
Okay,
amazing.
So, but here's the problem with this site. The lady that runs it, I can't remember her name.
The madam.
Danielle, I think.
Madam Hydra?
She every 3-4 minutes on this thing, she posts the 900 rules.
That will result in an instant ban.
Instant banning, and it's like, don't talk about their boobs. Don't, and it's just like
What are you supposed to
ridiculous.
talk about?
Okay,
Seriously, you've
Okay.
only got one hand free. How are you going to have time to post?
and then on top of all the rule posting, she kept getting on there. It's like, come on, guys, can't we say something really about the stitching in their costumes?
I was
and
just
all
going
Oh
to say,
my.
and
God,
not just
stitching
talk
gives
about
me a
how
boner.
hot they are.
No way.
Blah blah blah. You know,
What's the name of the site again?
Sexy Women of
Cosplay.
Cosplay.
And you're
It's
not,
on
and you're
Facebook.
not to comment on
I
the
can't
sexiness.
find
you are not.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
If it's the well-stitched costume cosplay
Exactly.
of
well, and so
It's a closed group too.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'll have to invite you guys.
Please invite me.
do.
I want to be there because I want to comment about how beautiful the red sash around Ms. Marvel's waist is.
your
So-
stitching cross
I want to
patterns.
comment on how nice
So
the
here's the thing.
lycra looked as it was
So
spread across
I'm
Miss Marvel's
on there,
like
and
that.
this is the second version of it, and it used to be an awesome site. I'm not gonna lie, I used to go and me and my penis used to enjoy the pictures, right? And
I just picture you talking to him. What do you
Is
think,
this,
Dick?
is this the
That's
site?
how he talks.
Is
Say
this the site?
Smallville. What do you think?
Is this the site that had the?
Smallville goes, I think these are super.
Is this the site that had the sexy away team that just couldn't help but make out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, and I'm on there, and it's just got less and less fun. Like, less people were posting on it, right? And so one night, I'm not going to lie, I had a cocktail or two in me.
Or
And
sex.
3 or 4 or
I think
5.
it was last Saturday, right, Brian? Or something
Yeah,
like that.
I've got pictures of some of it.
Yeah, and so
What?
I just get on there, and I'm just like, I would just like to offer some constructive criticism. Number one,
The stitching's awful
This
on that
site-
She-Hulk costume.
Used to be a lot of fun before you started taking yourself so goddamn seriously.
Okay.
Number 2, please stop posting the rules all the time. We get it. We're not going to get on and say, hey, lady, nice vagina. Can I stick my penis in it?
That's exactly
We
what I was
get
typing
it.
right now.
You know?
Oh, Jimmy.
I
And
would
then,
say that in a heartbeat.
and number
Jimmy's
3,
fans
I was
from
like,
everything.
and it'd be kind of cool if you didn't post the same 4 pictures 16 times a day every 5 days. And then I wrote, I await banning.
Took about 30
3
seconds.
minutes. Boom, I'm banned. And then Brian got on and tried to defend me.
Yeah, well, I watched this happen, actually. Like, I happened to be on my computer, and I saw it pop up in my feed. Shannon posted on this wall, and I'm like, what is Shannon saying?
Uh-oh. You have
And-
your pants around your ankles, too.
Yeah.
What is Shannon saying at
He was handling his
12,
lightsaber.
at 12:30 at night on a
Yeah.
Saturday?
So I read what Shannon said, and it's like, oh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
How
So
am I
I-
going to get a midichlorian con with this?
So I had about just enough time to like his comment before it was deleted completely.
Hey, he took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I took
you-
I took a screenshot of the next one where I was just like, she posted that it was like, I love it when they make it really easy for me to ban them, assholes, or something like that.
All right.
And so I go, that was a little harsh, right? Like I'm commenting on her thing, like that was harsh. He was offering some constructive criticism, and to be honest, you guys do take yourselves way too seriously.
And then she freaked.
Oh shit! The
She
shit hit
got
the fan then.
uncunted.
Yeah. Oh, she just totally went off on me. We don't take ourselves too seriously, which is a sign that you're taking yourself too seriously.
We are the women of cunt play. I mean,
It's like that Martin Short character, Nathan Thurm. I'm not being defensive. You're the one who's being
You're the one
defensive.
that's being defensive.
Well, and she's like,
It's so
we don't.
funny you would say that.
I'm like, you guys do have way too many rules. You ban people for next to no reason.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, we don't. And I'm like, I've
Why
been
do
banned
people say
twice.
that?
I've been banned twice for accidental infractions of one of your hundreds of rules.
Right.
And
So
it's-
here's what I'm
It's
asking.
again the sexy cosplay site that you can't.
The
comment
women,
on
the sexy
Yeah.
women of cosplay.
but don't
page.
comment on their sexiness.
No.
So
here's
what do you
I'm
want? What do
asking.
you want people to do?
I don't ask a lot of you people that listen to the show.
That's true.
I
Except,
really don't.
except to show up to pub
So-
quiz every
Yeah, and I
Wednesday
don't even
night.
give a fuck if you do
So,
that. Really,
Lucky
all,
13.
You'll just yell
all
at me or
60,000
shit
of our
anyway.
listeners. What are you asking?
Okay.
All 60,000 of our listeners to do.
I'm asking you to please become a member.
Find somebody that will
Yeah.
add you as a member.
Brian will do it. He'll invite
Okay.
all 60,000.
And then, well, then once Brian gets us started, then we can get
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
started.
Oh, yeah.
Snowball.
Just ask. We'll take care of it.
So become a member. Let's give it a little. Let's let it roll for a week so we can get a bunch of people. Okay, and then let's call it. What's it called when Darth Vader or fucking whatever made him kill all the Jedis?
Order
66.
66. Yes,
Okay,
Order
we're
66.
gonna issue
Ordered 60.
Order 69.
And what do we want people to do?
Just go on there en masse
and say nice vagina.
and just comment on
Troll
every
it.
picture as much as you can. Just write nice vagina.
I think you should, as a calling card, maybe nice vagina.
And then
Geek Show says, hey.
Geek Show says hey.
Blueberries!
Geek Show says hey. No, Geek Show says hey,
Geek
and
Show
then
says hey.
and then free Shannon.
Okay, so what do you want the message to be? Because what we'll do is on our Twitter, on our Facebook, and on our website, geekshowpodcast.com,
Order 69.
we'll
Order
put
69.
Order 69 out.
Right.
And you let me know when you want that happen, and I'll make it happen.
we need to make sure we have enough
Okay.
people invited first.
Yeah, so this may be a few weeks after this episode, so don't
Right.
forget.
I won't forget.
So-
Believe me, I won't.
So you want everyone to, on their Facebook, post
Go to their
Nice
Sexy Women in Cosplay.
Nice
go
vagina.
and find a picture and nice vagina.
Geek Show says hey.
Geek Show says hey, free Shannon.
All right.
They will know.
They
All
will
of
know.
those
Good.
or any combination of the three.
Because I'll tell you
or-
what, Danielle, you fucked with the wrong guy this time.
All right.
You fucked with the wrong.
You took
serial-
away my porn.
the wrong serial masturbator.
No, I still go to youporn.com.
I love you, porn.
Yeah, that's pretty good, huh?
Yep.
it's a hell-
RedTube. RedTube is good.
As an alternative for the geeky girls, there is a website called Fuck Yeah Geek Girls.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's a nice site.
But I was just mad
My
'cause I
pants
didn't
just
do
hit my
anything.
ankles. Weird.
I was just mad because I didn't really do anything.
All right.
That chick's a
But let's
bitch.
fuck
Well,
with them.
while we're on the subject,
Yes?
the bondage Wonder Woman proposal you were never meant to see.
well, that's kind of what the comic was founded by, wasn't it? Wasn't the guy
Yeah.
who created You still
No, he
putting
was
beer in
asshole.
front of me, Jimmy?
have another one.
I can't.
No, right there. Go
Drink
ahead.
up,
right there.
drink up, Bunky, drink
Oh,
up.
he'll take one.
I'll take
Okay,
yours.
Shannon will take one.
I want to make sure that Lee's okay.
There you go. This is
Another one appeared.
now.
It's like the Hydra. Cut off one beer and another appears.
Two more appear.
Jimmy is my Bud Light Horn of Plenty.
Now, as Lee pointed out, Wonder Woman was founded and
By a total
by a
wacko
bond-
pervert
A bondage aficionado.
by a pervert.
that invented the lie detector.
Yeah,
Yes.
William Moulton Marston, who created Wonder Woman, also created primitive versions of the lie detector.
And you also know what a bondage freak he was, because if you look at early issues of Wonder Woman, whenever she's tied up, those are bondage knots. That's not just...
Yes.
Those aren't just, oh, I'm tied to a chair knots. Those are,
Really?
someone's going to spank me later knots.
And she, of course, has her own rope.
Yeah.
No,
That makes people tell
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is from the start. He would put her in these sort of situations. Okay. In more recent runs, however,
She got
writers
tied up a lot in the 40s.
writers have eschewed these origins in favor of stronger, chaste heroine.
Yeah, usually handcuffs.
Yeah. Straczynski, Gail Simone, Greg Rucka all have
Ball gag.
less likely she would, it would be less likely she'd be in a kinky dress and
More likely in a ball gag.
Your
Pants and all
ball
that.
gag of truth.
And her faithful sidekick, the Gimp.
The ball gag of truth, which so defeat the purpose, wouldn't it?
You know,
Oh, shit! Pull it off! Fuck you! I'm lying now. Put it back on!
Sounds like Batman.
Look, bitch! Just write it down.
Okay, so now the guys who did the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller and Sienkiewicz, what
Bill Sienkiewicz.
Bill Sienkiewicz,
He
thank you.
did. Never mind.
Electra
did,
Assassin.
Yeah, he did Electra Assassin. Not
And New Mutants and stuff. Yeah.
Frank Miller did Dark Knight Returns all by
he
himself.
also did a miniseries called Corn Cop in My Ass.
They put together a
berries.
presentation
Right?
for
Right.
DC
Right.
that was never presented that brought Wonder Woman back to her S&M.
Yes.
Fuck yes. Tell
Origins.
me more about this,
Is there
Carrie
a place
Jackson.
we can read this?
You crazy son of a bitch.
Here's,
Tell me.
Here's what, how do you say?
Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz?
She was-
Sienkiewicz.
she
Here's what he
80
had to say.
80 pounds overweight and played by Harvey Firestein.
Frank and I were jazzed about working together again. We were up for doing another series and churning the waters on some old DC character as he'd done with Dark Knight. Wonder Woman seemed like a pretty good choice.
Fertile and ripe.
She she'd been simultaneously revered and handled poorly in some incarnations.
In all, pretty much.
Yeah. To me, she's always been a symbol more than a character that has been well utilized in story context. I agree with that.
Yep.
The most interesting stuff was the earliest, and I felt ripest for the revisiting. They were presenting a sexy bondage version of Wonder Woman.
I'll spank the truth out of you.
They finished it, and then they went, you know what, DC will never go for this, and they tossed it aside.
God damn it, I'd like to see that.
Tossed is about right.
Tossed is right.
Yeah.
Now, if you go online, you can find these drawings that they're talking about. It's
What?
Frank,
Really?
Frank Miller, and it's funny. Frank Miller, it's got Frank Miller style art, and she's tied up, and with her hands behind her back and her legs tied up with her hands as well. And it says, "I don't think they ever did this to Elektra," or something like that.
So she's hogtied, is what
She's
you're saying.
hogtied. Yes, hogtied. Thank you.
No.
So anyway, there you go. That's
I like a woman hogtied or cleaning the kitchen.
That's the sad part is they'd put her in a trunk at the end of every issue.
yes. All right, Max.
Hey, that's your product now.
Still here.
So
And
seriously,
now on a
Let's see, we've talked
completely
about-
different note.
I'm confused. What are we talking
we
about?
have found
farts?
every time we follow
Gay people?
a bondage story with a product endorsement,
It works.
It just goes through the roof.
It's beautiful. You will
Sells
love it.
3% more.
Okay. I guess I'll trust you.
So have you, Lee? Have you played the game?
I haven't
Have you
played the
seen
game, but I've
game?
seen some of the artwork, and it's phenomenal.
You got a
and,
box of it right there.
Yeah,
buddy.
I've actually
Oh.
got the prototype right there. If you want to open that up and look
This is
at
the
it.
prototype of the card
Do
game. here.
not spill anything on that.
That looks like a.
And
that's
I made
like
it
a
myself. Go ahead.
Specimen box.
This looks like a Foot Locker, Army Foot Locker.
Looks like
or,
an ammo box.
or med
Yeah,
kit
an
or
ammo box. That's
Ammo
what
box.
it is. Yeah.
covered
okay.
in blood.
And it says "Eaten by Zombies." a zombie deck building game.
Oh, and you already have the UPC on the bottom, so you're ready to
look
go.
at
Yeah.
How
You've
the
got
fuck you made that
cards.
yourself?
You
Is that
did
UPC
this
Well,
work?
no, Max is actually
yet.
It's going to print, right?
Yeah, I actually went to print this week.
And what's the name of the company?
Mayday Games. is
Mayday
the company
Games.
that's putting it
All
out.
right.
And so we'll be seeing this in some of the local shops, or it'll be online
yeah.
only.
If you keep going to the local shops, I'm going to be doing demos at pretty much all of them.
Excellent.
Between Ogden and Provo.
And so how does this stack up compared to something like, okay, everybody knows Magic the Gathering, that's the big card game. So is this
Okay.
along the same line, or is
I
this
know
going to be more
Yu-Gi-Oh.
specialized?
It's not a collectible game.
Pokemon?
You buy
Good.
the one game for $25,
And it's the
that's
game.
the game.
That's
So
the
it's
game.
kind of it's kind of like Munchkin. You get everything you need.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like this is a game that
cool.
normal human person that likes zombies
Did I just see a crowbar as a special weapon?
Yes.
and might,
Nice.
and might
Yeah.
have like a game night with their buddies.
Yeah, that's really
they
what
could
it's.
get together and play this.
Yeah, that's what it's geared towards. Is just kind of a quick, light game where you just sit down and want to play for 40 minutes. If you're two players, you play for about 20 minutes.
Nice.
Huh.
So you can play on your own against the game?
Yeah, we will have some solitaire rules. They're not going to come with the game. You'll have to go to my website, eatenbyzombiesgame.com, for those rules.
The box. I mean, the box.
The
looks
box is a
good.
piece of art
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, well, thank you.
So the plot is avoid getting eaten by zombies.
Yeah, the
correct?
basic notion of the game is you're one of the four survivors. We've got a housewife, a gentleman in a fedora, a teenage cheerleader, and
If you
Barney.
save her, do you win the world?
And then a police officer named Barney. The whole game kind of takes place in the 50s in an imaginary post-apocalyptic zombie world.
The art is. Did
The
you
art-
try,
the-
you did all the art of this?
You don't
No,
know?
I did about 50% of it. All
It's
of the
beautiful.
all of the illustrations with characters and things like that come from my friend John Horta, who teaches at the school with me up in Ogden.
You're a teacher too.
I am.
What's going on, dude?
I
Oh,
teach
you
college,
kids.
so I don't have to deal with
Oh,
little kids. So.
You don't have to deal with the kids farting
So
on
you're
the
not-
bus.
Farting's on a whole
so
different
you're
level.
not.
It's usually the old guys
You're
who
not
come in
bankrupt
with
of the
you.
country like I am.
Yeah.
You got to get on that boat, motherfucker. We are
So,
going to run this
no,
country into the
when-
ground.
When you first sent some of the concept art to me, it just looks great. The game mechanics I haven't had a chance to look into, but it sounds like how long have you been working on this?
I actually invented it back in April of last year, so
Okay.
it's a little over a year that I worked on it. I've had game testers from all over the world look at it and give me feedback. So
Well, when this is ready to go live, we have movie nights once a month at Broovies, last Sunday of
Okay.
every month. Would you like to come down and do
yeah,
some demos?
I would like to get you some promo copies, and we'll
Or
see
you
what
s-
else we can do.
You should bring them down and sell them.
Well, yeah, we're gonna sell some.
Yeah, excellent. Well, no, we'd be more than happy to play test the game for you, and we get a couple hundred people shoehorned into a theater once a month, and we'd love to turn them onto it too. So this is a beautiful labor of love you put together here.
It has been a labor
Well,
of
he's
something.
I was going to say he's hoping it's not a labor of love. He's hoping it's he's hoping
profitable
it's gonna
labor.
Come around, babe.
Yeah.
He wants to cash some checks and hop off that
No, but
education.
the artwork. I only saw a couple of the cards, but I really love the feel of the artwork. It's got some great things going on for it. So.
I don't know. I have some reservations. I just don't think that zombie thing's ever going to catch on.
It's just a fad. Could be. It's a fad.
You'd actually be surprised how many people have written me on the board game Geek that say, "Oh, I hate zombie games, but it sounds like a really interesting idea." You're like, "Oh, thanks. That sounds
Well,
like a
No,
Thanks.
I'm going to definitely continue reading this email."
I think the reason why the whole zombie thing's captured our collective imagination is because out of all the monster scenarios, it is the most likely to come about. I mean, that's not between med tech and biological warfare or anything else that could come along. This is probably the one thing, as much as we would hate to admit it, that could come around.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, you get Lee George Cade drunk and then feed him some food. He gets all smart and
Oh
shit.
yeah, he does. Well, it's because he's as he said himself. It's because I'm not inside my head.
Yeah.
No, and this is the shit I think about all the time anyway. But it's so I think as a collectiveness conscious, we get kind of freaked out about this because it's something that it's not as much as we want to think of it as science fiction. We're only one CDC outbreak away from this.
Well, I don't understand why you say it could happen. It does happen. My father-in-law is Haitian.
well,
And he has flat out told me
Yes.
that I do not believe in voodoo.
oh, he was laughing about the haunted
But-
houses.
No voodoo.
But I will tell you this.
The dead walk
The dead walk the streets of Carfu.
The dead walk the streets of Carfu.
And it's funny because growing up, most of us know Cracked Magazine as a humor magazine, but it's actually one of the better written magazines out there right now online. And there's a great series of articles that Crack put together about how the zombie epidemic could be real. Whether you put together mad cow disease with smallpox and a couple of other different strains of diseases that don't like each other, but how if you were to splice them together, say at maybe the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, just to see how you put it together.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
there's a
actually the
fungus.
premise for Zombieland.
Exactly. So I mean,
Well, there's a
it's-
fungus that there's a video of it where it took control of a dead ant or something.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And reanimated the ant.
right, and then
Oh,
you've got
there's several
and then
diseases
used it
that
to do fungus.
something like that.
and you've
do
got
fungus stuff.
You've
I
got
don't know what the
a neurological disorder that rats sometimes get that makes them want to actually feed themselves to cats to spread the disease to other rats.
Yeah, it's actually a disease that humans carry, and we give it to cats.
Right.
Yeah,
And
fuck
if
you, cats.
if it mutated to give the same effect to us, then we could end up that way.
And what was the great one they were talking about is that if you were to take, say, rabies and mad cow disease
Yeah.
and splice the two together, we would actually have the classic zombie disease because your body would fall apart. You'd be able to communicate the disease through saliva, and then the swelling on the brainstem and the rest of the hemorrhaging of the brain would actually cause the insane inability to differentiate right from wrong. It would also, so, we see
That's
that.
what booze does to me.
Yes, and I try to pass it along by biting.
And how many bodies have we had to hide for Shannon?
Many.
There'd be so
Oh,
many farts
none.
on buses.
We are due for another trip to Vegas to bury the hookers in
Or the desert. Yeah.
That pile isn't going to go away by itself.
Which reminds me, we've got the first Walking Dead novel
What's this now?
coming out. Now,
So graphic novel, TV series, novel.
Doesn't that feel like they're just
Chapter-
ripping you off?
Chapter 2.
this is a
Atlanta was not so great.
this is a book. It's not a
I have
graphic
to
novel.
read.
It's words. It's a book called The Rise of the Governor.
Oh,
I hate the governor. If they even, I don't even know how they're
sick
going.
motherfucker.
I don't even know how they're going to do the governor on the TV show.
It is written by. They're going to.
The governor. Let's spoil it.
Well, you can.
Governor's a dude who's got his 9-10-year-old daughter chained up in his house, and he feeds people to her because
She's a zombie.
And at one point, he pulls all of her teeth out so that she won't eat them. But yeah, he runs this little town and has gladiator combat, people versus
And
The
he's
zombies.
Harder town.
the governor is happening in the second season.
See, that's not even like the worst part about the governor. You
Just-
like
Yeah,
Yeah, you're leaving out the
sugar-coated it.
raping
Well,
part.
because
of
Yeah,
that.
he likes
I
some
wanted to leave out the
rape.
rapey part of it because that part's just so.
I'm just
fucked
saying.
up.
I just want people to know that you sugar-coated the governor.
He
Yeah,
made it,
yeah,
he
I
actually
sugarcoated.
made him sound like a good guy.
Well, no.
Then I forgot. I left out the part where he tongue kisses his toothless zombie daughter, but still.
Well, and,
What?
Yeah.
well,
As
and-
you do.
And I understand why Lee left out the stuff about rape because everybody knows about governors and rape.
Yeah, that's true.
That just goes hand in hand.
Now, this is written by Kirkman,
Okay,
who created
Robert
the
Kirkman.
series,
So he wrote the book.
and the horror novelist Jay
Oh,
Bonatsunga.
God, I thought you were going to say Dean
Oh
Koontz.
yeah,
It's very
Gazunga.
good.
I love Gazunga.
And it is
Gazunga!
and it is the first of a trilogy.
A trifecta.
Books. A book, not a graphic novel, but a book. So anyway, that's on its way. Just so you know.
Sounds pretty
Excellent.
good.
Looking forward to it.
And just so you know, Merle Dixon, played by Michael Rooker, is rumored to return as the
Oh, wow.
governor.
Wow.
In
What?
Walking Dead, the
really?
series.
What?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Who's going to be the governor?
The guy who was Merle that
his-
they
The-
left
the-
him handcuffed.
Cut
to
his
the
own-
roof.
Had to
supremacist.
cut
Yeah.
his,
Cut his own
cut his
hand
hand
off.
off.
Henry Porter
So
of a serial killer.
that's who the governor is?
Yeah, just remember that the TV series is
But do we see that guy wanting to build this little utopia in the middle?
Yeah.
of
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Of course.
That's
Remember, the TV series is not going to follow the graphic novel.
It's not.
No.
It's
It's
not
obviously
canon.
not.
It is not canon.
By the way, you know what I hate about zombies?
What?
Brain farts.
And on that note,
anyway.
it's a good place to end it, I think.
Seriously,
right?
Max, we wish you the best of luck.
Yes.
This is a
Seriously.
phenomenal
And we will-
piece of work you put here.
We will see you on future movie nights to sell this out.
Shill.
To shill.
Yes, because since our
Well, that's
Ma-
really all my job is now.
since
Shill.
our May one has already passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you
Great
go.
success.
It's called Eaten by Zombies, the card game. Thank you.
And
And
website we can
websites
find more
again?
information?
eatenbyzombiesgame.com.
All right, thank you very much. Before we go, anything?
Yeah, couple comics recommendations.
Yes.
You don't know who Captain America is. You don't
No,
want to
I
get
don't.
in. Get it.
Who doesn't know who fucking Captain America is?
I do.
Obviously,
you'd-
Captain
you'd-
Taliban doesn't.
You'd be surprised, and you don't want to get into all the backlogs of stuff.
Oh, there's too much regular Captain America
That-
to catch up
Well, he's
on.
been around since the 40s.
And every time you
so
mention
don't
Cosmic-
bother.
So Marvel did an online prequel to the movie
And it's-
called First Vengeance that Fred Van Lente wrote. They're actually printing the issues now.
And it's
Yeah.
good, good, good.
Because it was available just on your Marvel Comics app for iPad and iPhone.
Exactly.
But it is now in print, and it's beautiful. It really is,
Yeah.
and it helps set up the character you're going to see in the movie. This is for pedestrians.
Yeah.
That you're going to see in the movie. You don't need to read this to get the movie,
No.
but it's kind of fun.
Can we start calling them
I can't-
civilians?
I can't wait for that movie. Like I think, I think it looks so good.
Because if it's even
It does. Looks amazing.
I guess I should call them civilians instead of pedestrians. But
Let's just call them fuck faces.
And speaking of speaking of comics movies, there's a ton of Thor comics out right now, including a new title called Mighty Thor that Matt Fraction's writing. But for my money, better than it is the continuing Journey into Mystery title
Good.
written by Kieran Gillen, which who has always said it. Evil is more interesting than good,
sure.
and it's about Loki.
Nice.
Who is struggling against his inner evilness.
Yes, he is.
Good stuff.
Really
He,
good stuff.
he is just a prankster god. I mean, he's not inherently evil.
Fuck you. You've never read a comic book with
Yeah.
me.
Well, obviously, that's not the god I worship to every night.
Oh, go kill a goat.
You fucking pagan.
pagans.
Don't you have a fertility right to go perform someplace?
No, that's
shithead?
Yes, I do.
That's just serial masturbation.
Anything else?
Blu-ray and DVD wise, we've got A Clockwork Orange, the 40th anniversary Blu-rays coming out.
Ooh, my little droogies.
Droogies.
American
Yes.
Graffiti, the Blueys coming out.
One of my favorite movies, I have to say.
And I swear to
Jerk store
God,
over there's
Lucas
already got it.
Lucas does not add any Ewoks to it, which is awesome.
Yep, nub.
Drive Angry 3D.
I want
Which
to.
is-
What's that? Good?
Finally!
Was Drive Angry good?
I actually liked it. It's so stupid. It's
Yeah,
fun.
see, I love stupid
I like
movies.
stupid.
Well, then you'll like it because it's
You just
stupid.
turn your brain off and have a good time with it.
Right. I mean, it's a car from hell, right? Or is it a
No.
driver from hell?
No,
No,
it's-
he escaped hell to go kill the. It's kind of like the Crow,
Yeah,
but
they-
cheesy as
I
fuck.
love it that, and that they left that out.
The
saying-
Crow and cheesy? How?
I don't know.
I love the
know.
fact that, like, when they were marketing that movie, left that shit out completely.
There's like one shot in the preview where they show the car just materializing in brimstone, and then the rest of it you can't. It just looks like an angry driving movie.
Well, no, the car that materializes actually that's the devil's car, right?
Yes.
At the very the devil's henchman at the very end.
Wait, who is the devil in it?
No,
No.
his henchman is his
It-
right
was-
hand man.
But
Is-
yeah, William Fichtner.
Isn't Amber Heard the incredibly long legs in that movie?
No, but they have a good time with like the devil.
Yes,
They give
I mean, yes.
they give a speech and he talks about devil worshippers and he goes. The guy goes, nothing pisses him off more than these douchebags and their fucking sacrifices. Like that. He goes, he fucking hates them like that. So yeah, that's good. And then True Blood season 3 is coming out from HBO.
Spanky, spanky, wakey vampire.
That now that show starts very soon.
Yeah.
July, June.
I would July.
Well, here's my question. It's coming back on. Is our weekly circle jerk on? Is it on for that?
The weekly,
I-
the
I
weekly
would-
circle jerk.
Grab the dick to your right.
I would love to participate, but since HBO is not friendly to people who don't subscribe,
Oh no, you just come
Oh,
over,
how
dude.
dare
Just come
they.
over.
Come over to the house.
no, I mean,
How
come
dare
on.
And then
they
you'll
do
come
that?
over.
all the other cable
Whack, whack.
networks make it so that you can buy the show. I am willing to pay $3 an episode to watch the show.
You can pay-
Even within a week of when it
So
airs.
you're
You
taking
can pay nothing to just hang out with your friends.
You're taking a moral
We actually
stance on this
adapted.
one.
No, but that's the thing. I could download it for free. I could come over here and suck Carrie off and watch it for free.
Oh no, you
Well,
don't have
wait.
to do that because there's a circle jerk.
That's right. You forgot about the weekly circle jerk.
But I don't know.
I'm to your right. Grip on, motherfucker.
twist.
All right.
Twist.
We adapted Jeff's favorite game when he was in a fraternity. It's Come on the Vampire Teeth instead of cookie.
Now put them in your mouth.
I like it.
Who draws the short straw and has to put the teeth in?
Let's get to video games. I want to drink some more, so let's get this done.
All right. Video games. Not a whole lot
It's
coming out this
salty.
week. There's an expansion for The Sims 3.
Oh, I'm gonna get that right now.
And then
Vampire
one,
teeth.
I like shopping for groceries in my
yeah,
video
it's
games.
a good one, huh? And then one that looks kind of interesting is called Hunted: The Demon's Forge.
It's called what?
Hunted.
Cunted.
No. It's called Hunted.
Hunted. I want to fart on a bus on The Sims. That's all I want to do.
Can you fart on a bus on The Sims?
If you tried hard enough, probably.
I'll try hard.
Lee again.
All right.
I just want to say, if any of you have an alcohol problem, I'm a great sponsor.
You're a terrible sponsor. You're terrible.
Oh, am I?
Yes, look at this. God.
Look at this mess.
I think he's confusing what a sponsor does. That's
No,
all.
wait. This is my bar mitzvah.
I think it's your definition.
When do we give
of
you
what
the
an
circumcision?
alcohol problem is.
You draw that short straw.
Fuck, Lee, we drink a lot of beers.
Yeah, we did. You draw that short straw True Blood night and you slap those teeth on it and you're like, you go,
I can't open my mouth.
It sounds like Christian Bale and Batman.
what's that, Batman?
Finish us.
Stop punching me, Batman.
Put us out of our misery, please, would you?
Blow out more ham.